Let me start with a perspective shift. In the mid 1800s, the California gold rush created both fortunes and a legacy, an economic wave measured in the low billions, adjusted for today. It changed lives, but only for the few who could leave everything behind, trek through mountains, gamble on luck, and survive the chaos long enough to stake a claim. Fast forward to today, we're standing at the edge of something way bigger. AI isn't a fad. It's the railroads, the printing press, and the internet all rolled into one, supercharged. The barrier to entry has never been lower. The upside has never been higher. Governments and trillion-dollar companies are throwing insane money into this. Google just announced another $100 billion into AI infrastructure. Microsoft is pouring money into AI like there's no tomorrow. Chinese government has pledged $150 billion. Meta is handing out $100 million signing bonuses to AI engineers. Universities are retooling entire departments, and yet most people use AI to write shopping lists. I get it. New tools are always treated like toys first. But while the masses ask for dinner recipes, a small group is quietly building systems that create more revenue in a month than many people see in a year. Not by becoming AI gurus, but by understanding the game that's actually being played. This isn't 1849. You don't need to pack up your life, chase fortune across the country, gamble your savings, or hope you strike gold. Today, you can sit at your kitchen table, open a laptop, and plug straight into the wave. The barriers are gone. The upside is still massive. So if you want to participate in the gold rush, the ones measured in trillions, there are 5 rules that will keep you out of the noise and inside the money. Rule number 1, know the game you're in. AI isn't the product. It's the power grid, the engine, the hidden layer that makes everything else work faster, smarter, and cheaper. Back in the 90s, the web played the same role. The winners weren't out there selling the internet. They used it as infrastructure to sell what people already wanted: books, travel, convenience, information, and connection. Think about it like land. Bare dirt is potential. Build a well-located apartment building on it, and you've turned potential into cash flow. AI is the dirt. Your job is to build something on top that people actually pay for. A copywriter who once needed a week to draft a long-form campaign can now iterate 5 directions before lunch, split test angles by afternoon, and ship a winner by evening. A service provider who once said custom for every client can now stamp repeatable outcomes with consistency. None of those people are selling AI. They're selling results delivered with AI as a quiet engine behind the scenes. Clients don't wake up wanting more algorithms. They wake up wanting fewer headaches, more sales, faster turnarounds, and better margins. If you keep that front end center, you'll stop chasing shiny objects and start building offers that survive contact with the market. Rule 2, retire the pain must equal progress myth. There's a cultural script that says success has to be grueling to count. The 18-hour days, sleeping under your desk, living off coffee and chaos. But we're in the age of leverage, and leverage flips the rules. The world doesn't pay for visible effort anymore. It pays for speed to results. Dig a ditch with a spoon and you'll end up breaking your back. Use an excavator and it's finished before lunch. The ground doesn't reward sweat. It only rewards the right tool. Now, I'm not saying this is easy or that you don't have to put in the effort. You do. The work is real, but the work has shifted. Difficulty isn't in backbreaking labor. It's in choosing the right tools, setting them up correctly, and pulling the levers consistently. In practice, that means replacing pride and complexity with pride and clarity. Fewer moving parts, more reliability, fewer platforms, more power in one place, and fewer one-off builds, more repeatable wins. Speed wins. The person who can turn an idea into action today outruns the perfectionist still polishing on Thursday. The operator who tests, learns, and iterates 3 times in a week crushes the one still debating the plan. If you keep equating struggle with success, you'll pick up workflows that make you look busy instead of ones that actually help you win. Rule 3, favor specialized tools over general ones. A hammer and a nail gun both drive nails, but let's be real. Swinging a hammer all day leaves you sore, slow, and one mistake away from smashing your thumb. A nail gun, it fires nails with precision, speed, and consistency. Same end results, wood joined together, but one burns hours of your time and energy while the other gets the job done in a fraction of the effort. And in business, just like in the job site, nobody's handing out trophies for how hard you swing the hammer. They only care about results. General AI is great for brainstorming, cleaning up text, or quick tasks. But if you need a sales page that converts, a pro-level deck, or a voice flow that actually books calls, you'll win faster with tools built for that specific job. Specialized tools give you 4 big wins: Accuracy, guardrails that keep the output on target. Speed, defaults that cut out endless tweaking. Presentation, work polished enough to hand to a client. Onboarding, less time learning software, more time getting paid. Amateurs wrestle generic tools, burning hours trying to make them act like specialists. Pros, pick the right tools for the result. Get it done and ship it. Choose tools by outcome, not hype. Ask yourself, what gets the results with the least friction? Stand up, standardize on that, and experiment later after the money's in. Rule 4, move while the window is open. Every wealth wave looks obvious after it's gone. E-commerce, dropshipping, crypto. The people who won weren't smarter. They just moved sooner. Before the playbooks were saturated and the easy money disappeared. Does that mean dropshipping doesn't work today? No, it still works. But the barrier to entry is way higher. You're buying inventory just to test, spending thousands on ads, and competing against giants with millions to burn. Crypto is the same story. In the early days, Bitcoin was a few cents. The ones who jumped in saw the opportunity and didn't hesitate. Today, the barrier is sky high. If you want life-changing returns, you need deep pockets. Early doesn't mean being first. It means moving before the easy edges are gone. Right now, AI is in that window. Each week, more people pile in. Each week, the advantage dilutes. You don't need the perfect plan. You don't need to know everything. You need one credible offer, a simple stack, and the guts to act. Momentum compounds, but so does hesitation, but in the wrong direction. If you sit and wait for the definitive guide, you'll be reading it in a market that's already shipped. The only question is, what can you launch in the next 14 days that solves a painful, blurry, or expensive problem someone will gladly pay you to make vanish? Build that one thing, ship it, get real feedback. That's how you win while the window is still open. Rule 5, stop selling hours. Productize outcomes. Trading time for money will always cap your income and eventually burn you out. If every client means starting from scratch, new workflows, new decisions, you're not building a business. Congratulations, you're running on a treadmill. The way out is productization, not by making everything cookie cutter, but by locking in a repeatable foundation. Who you serve, what you promise, one big result, how you deliver, a standardized process with room for small tweaks, and how you price it, anchored to value, not endless revisions. AI takes this to another level. You're not dumbing down your skills, you're packaging. That's how one person can do the work of 10 by capturing expertise once and letting the system repeat it at scale. Remember, simplicity is not cheapness. Simplicity is mastery. The most valuable systems are the ones you can trust at 3 a.m. when you're not watching them. We are living through moments where a solo operator with a clear offer and a disciplined system can outperform legacy teams bloated with meetings and handoffs. Not because the solo operator works harder, but because they've learned to let machines do the heavy lifting while they own the judgment call. The old rule said, make it harder to prove it's valuable. The new rule says, make it simpler so it scales. You don't have to move cities. You don't have to ask for permission. You don't have to master every tool under the sun. You have to decide today to build one valuable thing on top of the new infrastructure and keep building it until the market can't ignore it. The window is open. It won't stay this generous forever. The only question is whether you'll be the person telling the story later or the person listening to it, wishing you had started when the ground was still soft. Plant your flag, ship your offer, turn up the frequency, and step into the current while it's still pulling.